Hey guys, in today's video I'll be giving a tour of a retro diner that I made in RoCitizens. This tour uses a lot of the beautiful furniture that was created by Never Trust Bob, who is one of the developers of the game. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and join my Discord server. Also, be sure to comment below which parts you liked in this home. Without further ado, let's get right into the tour. So starting off, this is not the typical RoCitizens build that you normally see. Many of the blueprints in this game don't really match the typical rectangular shape of a retro diner, so instead use one of the rooms in the villa as my template, if you will, for the build. This meant that I was unfortunately unable to make an exterior for the build, but the good thing though is that I am able to focus all 800 pieces of furniture on the interior of the house, something that you know I love doing. This room in particular has some really high ceilings, so it gave me a lot of room to design stuff like the curved metal ceiling up here. Along with that, it also provided me some functional doors right over to the side, which I made to be a storage room and a bathroom. Moving on to the entrance of this build, we have these metal double doors that I made out of building blocks. The windows of the door were made out of round mirrors. At the left and right side of the entrance, we have these rectangular windows. Each of these windows were made out of two rectangular mirrors. What was so difficult about these was that I had to carefully resize them so that they would be able to overlap, and normally the game doesn't allow you to place them like this. What's cool about these mirrors is that they aren't actually reflective and they instead act like windows since you can actually see the sun through them. So even though this build doesn't have an exterior, these windows work out perfectly since they give the illusion that there is an exterior. So anyways, yeah, that just took way too long. Same with the checker rug down here too. I had to resize them to where the rugs overlap right into the wall just so that the entire build can fit into place. The checker rugs that were used here are sized just a bit smaller to how they were originally, just to keep it a bit more like the ones I usually see in real life. Moving on to the tables and chairs at the diner, they're just a furniture that was part of the new retro set. I've added things like bottles of ketchup and mustard here, along with napkin holders. All these tables also have little menu pamphlets that were made out of cutting boards that I colored all black. For the lighting in this diner, well, most of the lighting is from the original lighting in this room, and the lights you see up here are actually toilet plungers, but I have them recolored. Overall, I think they look really nice like this. I used toilet plungers instead of normal light fixtures since the roofs were too high up, and stretching those light fixtures down here would not work. So here, I basically wrapped the entire build with checkered stripe and this red trim right beneath. I'm not gonna lie, this might have taken up like the entire furniture count, but I just had to have it in there. It just looked too good. I optimized the furniture count by removing parts of the stripe that were not visible, and those places would probably be places where the stripe is being covered up by furniture. Right over the main area where people can order and also eat food, I try to make it super detailed by layering these counters up with a lot of blocks, and I think it turned out very nice. Like the counters that you may see in a retro diner in real life, there's also this bottom part here just below the stool that you can rest your feet on. I've also made the counters curve like right over at the corners by having the blocks overlap with each other. The fridge right over here are made out of a shower and a bunch of building blocks around it. I also made a deep fryer here, which is also made out of building blocks. Moving over to the left side of the diner, you can notice that I've added a lot of decor on the walls. One of the most important features of a retro diner that I've noticed was the use of a lot of wall decor all around. This included objects like posters, vinyls, trophies, cups, and license plates. One of the things that may absolutely stand out to you guys right now would be this card that is mounted on the wall here. I remember trying to finish this wall and trying to clutch the furniture count, and this idea came to mind. At first I thought it was a bit ambitious to do, but I decided to go for it anyways, and I'm glad I did because it turned out great. Over to the right side of the diner here, I decided to add some more items on the wall, and this time the objects were a lot smaller too, and that's just so that it has more variety. Right next to this table is a custom jukebox that I made. I actually made one of these in the past and it's pretty easy to make. The jukebox is just made out of a bookshelf, some blocks, as well as some other items. The best part is that you're able to play some music on it since there's a radio right in front of it. Now, to the right of this bench is a retro trash can that I've made. It's made out of an old oil drum, which is a limited item that was released during Halloween, and a ceramic vase right over at the top. Now for the bathroom, I didn't bother to go too over the top since I wanted to conserve the furniture count. It has everything you need for a restroom like a sink and a toilet. Plus, I think the blue walls of the bathroom fit super nicely with the overall retro vibe of this build, so I'm happy with that. Anyways, thank you for reaching to the end of this video. If you liked this video, please be sure to leave a like and be sure to subscribe and join my Discord server. Also, let me know which part of the diner you liked the most, and with that being said, I'll see you guys later.